What's up, YouTube? Breeder Mac here, bringing you guys another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Before we get into the battle, if you can Mac attack the hell out of that like button, that'd be greatly appreciated. Now, looking at this battle, I see he's got a Stealth Rocker and Defogger and the Skarmory. He's, I'm not sure. I figure his Manectric is probably the Mega, because I'm hoping he's not running a Mega Blaziken. So we're going to get into this battle pretty early this time. I'm going to try to hold off on analyzing the whole team at the beginning, but I figure he might lead off with his Skarmory to get up some rocks, because my Charizard doesn't appreciate it much, so I'm gonna lead off with my Alcatraz anyways. But he actually leads off with his Greninja, which is fine for me, because I figured it was a offensive one, but he actually runs Taunt, and he clearly knew that I was going to start off with my Alcatraz, and I was going to go for some sort of hazards, so he goes for the Taunt, and he switches out into his Amoonguss, which is fine, because I figure I Volt switch out, because my Alcatraz isn't much use to me, so I switch into my Chandelier, mostly because I run Psychic on it, so I was hoping I could OHKO it, but maybe if I was Specs I could have, but he goes for the Spore, so it's really unfortunate. Now my Scarfer is now fast asleep, so there's not much I can do about it, but hopefully I get a wake up pretty quickly, but I switch out anyways into my Zapdos, because I do run I run the Heat Wave on it. So I knew I'd easily take it out, but he switches out, and he's going to switch actually out into his Skarmory, which is fine, because then I go for the Heat Wave anyways, and it's going to take him all the way down to his Sturdy, which is fine for me. And he's actually going to get his Hazard up, his Stealth Rocks up, which is fine, because my Zapdos is out right now, and I still have my Alcatraz to spin, so I just go for the Ancient Power. I was hoping for, I think Ancient Power allows you to get stat boosts, but I don't get it, so it's fine. And he's going to go into his Greninja. I was calcing and I knew an Ice Beam would one-shot me, so I switch out, knowing I don't want to take the Ice Beam. I actually switch into my Alcatraz, and he actually reveals that he's more of a physical set, because of the Rock Slide, so that's fine. And he's also Life Orbed, so he can switch in between his moves, because he's running probably more of a physical support set. And he's going to taunt. I knew he was going to taunt here, because he didn't want, because Fortress loves to set up hazards, so I actually Rapid Spin. So I get my Stealth Rocks off the field, and then he can't put them back up. So it's going to be really helpful for me later on. It's going to help me out throughout the whole battle. So I guess he saw that I had Volt Switch, so he actually predicts this one actually really well. And he goes out into his his Manectric, and he's going to get the special attack boost, which absolutely screws me up. So I figure I have to switch out at this point into something. I figured he'd go for some sort of fire attack, because a T-Bolt shouldn't be able to OHKO me, because I think he's careful with max defense, special defense. And he's going to get the Intimidate off, which is really pointless, because he's a special attacker. And I'm going to have to boost to the fire type moves. And I couldn't believe that he outsped a Choice Scarfed Chandelier with max speed. I don't know how that works, but I guess it is what it is. There's not much I can do, and I go into my Charizard, because it's the Mega X, so he's actually going to be able to take this T-Bolt, which is pretty good. Takes it pretty well, and so I go for the Dragon Claw. He's going to take him down in the red, so he's actually going to Volt Switch here, figuring that I'd go for another Dragon Claw, which which I do because I figured I had nothing to. I knew it'd do good damage on this Dragonite. So I actually go for the Dragon Claw here. Because of my investment, I knew it 2-hit KO it. But he actually is the weakness policy Dragonite, which I haven't seen run a lot. But of course he's going to go for the E-Speed, and that's actually going to be taking me out. I was trying to Willow, hoping that I could take that E-Speed, but I couldn't, and so I switched now into my Zoom roll. He's actually gonna E-Speed again, and that's fine. I figured I'd live it, but I play rough to take out his Dragonite, so I'm pretty happy that at this point that his Dragonite's gone. And now he's gonna switch back out into this thing. This Amoonguss really started to piss me off throughout this whole game, because he's gonna go for the Spores. Now my setup guy is asleep, which is totally fine. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm okay with that. And I'm not sure what he does on this turn, actually. I can't remember. And he's gonna withdraw it. I think he goes into his Manectric, yeah, to get off. I'm surprised he actually didn't go for. I'm still asleep. I'm surprised here he didn't go for, on the next turn, he doesn't go for a Flamethrower. He goes for a T-Bolt. I guess maybe predicting a switch into something. But I actually get the Wake Up here, so I get late game rocks, which is nice. I don't have to worry about it too much. I was figuring it might help me later on with the Blaziken and stuff, so I was hoping to live once more to maybe get off spikes, but he was able to take me out, so that's fine. Got my late game rocks up, and I switch now into my Scissor, and he just flat out withdraws instead of maybe Volt Switching to get some damage off. But whatever, I'm okay, because I knew I basically had to go for priority at this point to take him out. So I go for the Bullet Punch. It's going to do over half. So I'm thinking on this Bullet Punch here, I actually got closer to min damage, because I'm pretty sure he lives on 1 HP, which would piss me off, because now my Scissor's now asleep. So basically my only guy, my guy that could take out his Manectric by himself is now gone. So kind of pissed off about that, but he actually switches now into his Blaziken. I had no idea what this thing does, so I was hoping to get the first turn Wake Up, but that clearly never happened. So he actually reveals that he's running Leftovers, so that's fine. Most people, I think, usually run Focus Sash, but he's actually Leftover Substitute. So, and at this, I still have no idea what I'm gonna do against this thing. So I managed to finally wake up, and I get the Bullet Punch, and it's actually gonna be a crit, which is really helpful. I get rid of that substitute, which is finding Flare Blitz, and I figured he'd be running some sort of fire attack that would OHKO me, which is fine. I'm still okay with that, because he's gonna take massive recoil, but get a little bit back from lefties. So at this point, I'm still okay. He's getting speed boosts, which is fine. And now I switch into my Zoom Roll, because I knew I had to hit it with priority at this point, because it would outspeed everything. So I was always going to go for the Aqua Jet, no matter what Switch did. And he actually switched into his Greninja, and I was going to do decent enough damage, enough that I figured I'd be able to get rid of this Greninja, which it turns out I do. So I'm pretty happy about that too. Now he's down another threat, and then he goes back into this Amoonguss. And I was really, 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 really hoping I'd be able to take this thing out, but he actually goes for the Synthesis here. It's going to basically take him back to about 75%. And I only had two Pokemon that could really take care of this Amoonguss. But he goes for the spore again, and that's actually going to be pretty important. The whole spore regenerator crap really pissed me off, and I couldn't really do much about it. So I have to switch at this point, because he's free to Giga Drain, and I couldn't afford to let him get up to 100% HP. So I knew he was going to Giga, so it's not going to do much to me. And I knew a Heat Wave from this range would easily be able to take it out. So I'm pretty happy now that this thing's out of my way. But I think I'm only left to 2 guys, so I was trying to figure out my best way to work around all this. And he actually goes into his Manectric, and I knew I had a pretty high chance of living this upcoming Thunderbolt. So that's why I stay in, because I knew my Zoomer would easily faint. But it turns out I miss the Heat Wave, and it's just like, really? It pissed me off, because if I hit that Heat Wave, I would have knocked out the Manectric. I would have gone, and then he always left was his Blaziken. And I think that's all he had left was his Blaziken, and I would have been able to T-bolt it from that range and be able to easily take it out. And it pissed me off that I missed. Looking back, I probably should have gone for the Agent Power, because it's 100% accuracy, but oh well, it is what it is. But so that's GG to Jerry, and I hope you guys liked this battle, and if you could, please leave a comment on what you think I could have done, or maybe suggestions on a better team, or a better move pool, or whatnot, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.